Thought Power by Sri Swami Sivananda, published by the Divine Life Society, Shivananda Nagar, India. Chapter 1: Thought Power, its Physics and its Philosophy. Section: Thought excels light in speed. While light travels at the rate of 186,000 miles per second, thoughts virtually travel in no time. Thought is finer than ether, the medium of electricity. In broadcasting, a singer sings beautiful songs at Calcutta. You can hear them nicely through the radio in your own house at Delhi. All messages are received through the wireless. Even so, your mind is like a wireless machine. A saint with peace, poise, harmony, and spiritual waves send out into the world thoughts of harmony and peace. They travel with lightning speed in all directions and enter the minds of persons and produce in them also similar thoughts of harmony and peace. Whereas a worldly man whose mind is full of jealousy, revenge, and hatred sends out discordant thoughts which enter the minds of thousands and stir in them similar thoughts of hatred and discord. Section: The medium through which thoughts travel. If we throw a piece of stone in a tank or a pool of water, it will produce a succession of concentric waves traveling all around from the affected place. The light of a candle will similarly give rise to waves of ethereal vibrations traveling in all directions from the candle. In the same manner, when a thought, whether good or evil, crosses the mind of a person, it gives rise to vibrations in the manas or the mental atmosphere which travel far and wide in all directions. What is the possible medium through which the thoughts can travel from one mind to another? The best possible explanation is that manas, or the mind substance, fills all space like ether, and it serves as the vehicle for the thoughts. As prana is the vehicle for the feeling, as ether is the vehicle for the heat, light, and electricity, and air is the vehicle for sound. Section: The ether of space registers thoughts. You can move the world through the thought force. Thought has great power. It can be transmitted from one man to another man. The powerful thoughts of great sages and rishis of yore are still recorded in the Akasha, that's the Akashic records. Yogins who have clairvoyant vision can perceive those thought images. They can read them. You are surrounded by an ocean of thought. You are floating in the ocean of thought. If you are absorbing certain thoughts and repelling some in the thought world, everyone has his own thought world. Section: Thoughts are living things. Thoughts are living things. A thought is as much solid as a piece of stone. We may cease to be, but our thoughts can never die. Every change in thought is accompanied by vibrations of its matter. Thought as a force needs a special kind of subtle matter in its work. The stronger the thoughts, the earlier the fructification. Thought is focused and given a particular direction, and in the degree that the thought is thus focused and given direction, it is effective in the work it is sent out to accomplish. Section: Thoughts are finer forces. Thought is a finer force. This is supplied to us by food. If you read Chandogya Upanishad, the dialogue between Uddalaka and Svetaketu, you will understand this point well. If the food is pure, thought also becomes pure. He who has pure thoughts speaks very wonderfully and produces deep impressions on the mind of the hearers by his speech. He influences thousands of persons through his pure thought. A pure thought is sharper than the edge of a razor. Entertain always pure, sublime thoughts. Thought culture is an exact science. Section: Thoughts as wireless messages. Those who harbor thoughts of hatred, jealousy, revenge, and malice are verily very dangerous persons. They cause unrest and ill will amongst men. Their thoughts and feelings are like wireless messages broadcast in ether, and are received by those whose spines respond to such vibrations. Thought moves with tremendous velocity. Those who entertain sublime and pious thoughts help others who are in the vicinity and at a distance also. Section: Thoughts are tremendous powers. Thought has got tremendous power. Thought can heal diseases. Thoughts can transform the mentality of the persons. Thought can do anything. It can work wonders. The velocity of the thought is unimaginable. Thought is a dynamic force. It is caused by the vibrations of psychic prana or the sukshma prana on the mental substance. It is a force like gravitation, cohesion, or repulsion. Thought travels or moves. Section: Thought waves and thought transference. What is this world after all? It is nothing but a materialization of the thought forms of Hiranyagarbha or God. You have got waves of heat and light and electricity in the science. There are also thought waves in yoga. Thought has tremendous power. Everybody is experiencing the power of thought unconsciously to a greater or a less degree. Great yogins like Jnanadev, Bhatrahari, and Patanjali used to send and receive messages to and from distant persons through mind telepathy, that's the mental radio, and thought transference. Telepathy was the first wireless telegraph and telephone service ever known to the world. Just as you take physical exercises, play games such as tennis and cricket in order to maintain physical health, you will have to maintain mental health by radiating the right thought waves, by taking sattvic food, mental recreation of an innocent and harmless nature, change of mood, relaxation of mind by entertaining good, ennobling and sublime thoughts, and by cultivating the habit of cheerfulness. Section: Marvels of thought vibrations. Every thought that you send out is a vibration which never perishes. It goes on vibrating every particle of the universe, and if your thoughts are noble, holy, and forcible, they set in vibrations every sympathetic mind. Unconsciously, all people who are like you take the thought you have projected, and in accordance with the capacity that they have, they send out similar thoughts. The result is that, without your knowledge of the consequences of your own work, you will be setting in motion great forces which will work together and put down the lowly and mean thoughts generated by the selfish and the wicked. Section: Diversity of thought vibrations. Every man has his own mental world, his own mode of thinking, his own ways of understanding things, and his own way of acting. Just as the face and voice of every man differ from those of another man, the mode of thinking and understanding also differs. That is the reason why misunderstanding easily occurs between friends. One is not able to understand rightly the views of another. Hence friction, rupture, and quarrel occur within a minute even amongst fast friends. The friendship does not last long. One should be in tune with the mental vibrations or thought vibrations of another. Then only can one easily understand another. Lustful thoughts, thoughts of hatred, jealousy, and selfishness produce distorted image in the mind and cause clouding of understanding, perversion of intellect, loss of memory, and confusion in the mind.